Girlfriends, guy friends. You are allowed to break up with someone for any reason. You are allowed to feel uncomfortable with something in a relationship, and it's not fair for anyone to tell you otherwise. This doesn't make her a bad person, or you a bad person. You are simply incompatible. That's the end of it. You shouldn't expect her to change for you, and she shouldn't expect you to change what you are and aren't comfortable with. Your boundary is reasonable, and her choice of friends is also reasonable. End it in an amicable way. Asking someone to choose between their long-term friends and their new partner never ends well. Are you allowed to go with her and hang out with both of them? If you're allowed to join, then it's nothing. If she says it has to be just the two of them or gets defensive, then be on your toes. Hard to say. Everyone is different. But personal experiences with exes that wanted me around is because they still wanted to have quick, just in case, access to dick. I am not so against having guy friends, but exes I am not so fond of, to be honest. Some folks collect potential future partners so they never need to risk being alone for even a moment. They stay close with ex-partners and hookups with a hint that, maybe someday we can be together. They can also try very hard to make new partners fall in love and then become emotionally distant. When things start to get serious, it boils down to a fear of commitment and a fear of being alone, neither of which are attractive traits if you ask me. How old is your girlfriend and how long have you been dating? Was she seeing someone immediately before she started seeing you? Unless you're in your early 20s or younger, I'd say there is a very good chance she's setting you up to be just another friend she used to date. If she's on the younger side, she's probably just inexperienced and hasn't yet learned that she can't eat her cake and have it too. Tend to stay away from this type if you're looking for something real. This is one of the reasons I ended it with my ex. She had too many guy friends. She said I could meet them anytime. In 2 years I never met any of them. She wanted to go on an out-of-town trip to see a baseball game with one of them, so I finally said okay. Then when she took off with him in his car for the weekend, she said she was shocked when he only rented one motel room. I don't think you're immature. You just need to ask yourself a question. Has she earned your trust to the point where you don't mind her hanging out with a guy she's had sex with in the past because you know she won't engage in sex with him now? If she has earned that trust but you are still not comfortable about it, then it's your issue and not hers. And you need to have a mature discussion with her about it. If she hasn't earned your trust in this regard, then you need to have an even more in-depth discussion with her. Relationships are built on mutual trust. Get out now. I've dated 2 girls who were like this. You both have different points of view with this situation. It's going to cause you more stress than it's worth, even if you see a therapist. Ask if you can come along next time, and you can start asking the dude about the things she seems to like in bed. I mean, at least then she'll be uncomfortable too. We all know how it turns out. You can A. Break up now. Start the healing process. Then never consider dating anyone who wants to hang out with their exes. B. Wait a year plus. Wonder what she's doing. Not listen to anyone telling you what you already know is true. Then start a longer healing process. Have unnecessary relationship trauma. And never consider dating anyone who wants to hang out with their exes. If you have boundaries and are uncomfortable, don't stick around for it. I know it's difficult, but you have to do what feels right for you. I personally wouldn't feel comfortable with this either, especially if they were going to hang out. I would be like, okay, I'm out. I might be able to understand 1 or 2 friends like that. But not the hanging out alone part. That's weird. There would have to be some serious open communication about everything if my partner had anything like this situation going on. Also, an ex and I argued a lot about lifestyle choices in terms of partnership and sex. He wanted to be able to have sex with whomever he wanted, and he wanted to maybe even have a relationship with multiple people at the same time. This is not the lifestyle I want, and it has always been a hard boundary for me. I say this because it made me uncomfortable, and it was something that he felt like wasn't a big deal, and he couldn't understand my side or didn't even try to. He always just tried to make me think I was the crazy one. If it makes you uncomfortable and they don't recognize and compromise based on how you feel and how their actions affect you, then it's just not a good fit. Man, this is a big deal. IMHO. So if you guys break up, she will still respect you and want to stay friends. Sounds good. Sounds like she isn't crazy or mean or abusive. While I cannot speak to the relationship your girlfriend has with these guys still, I will say that 2 of my wife and my closest friends are girls that I had previously been in relationships with. There is never any sort of tension or anything with that situation, and they are genuinely just friends. So it is possible to remain friends after a relationship. Yes. Given the history, I think she needs to be clear and open about her relationship with them. But just because she had a relationship with them at another place and time doesn't mean she's going to now. Nope. Not at all. Nothing immature about your concern. It's actually completely rational, and this is a red flag. The folks that say it isn't are either inexperienced or idealistic. But they don't have any skin in the game like you do. You are invested in this. So I'm going to treat you like someone who actually cares about what happens for you. See the red flag that you already see and find someone else who doesn't have this flag. The mentality that she's demonstrated is what could be considered flippant in terms of your concerns. She doesn't see anything wrong with creating mental stress for you through her actions and behaviors, and sees your concern as some kind of intrusion on her agency. You don't have to be with someone who triggers you and doesn't care. You should just be honest with her about your feelings and insecurities. Hopefully you can both find a resolution that works best for your situation and relationship. She chose to be with you over the other guys. So take comfort in that. Bottom line, you either love and trust in her or you don't. I'm the kind of person that stays acquaintances or friends with my exes, and they are all truly platonic. I also slept with a lot of my good friends for fun back in the day. Men and women. I've been married for 12 years and am steadfastly loyal to my partner. I don't see this as an issue. But on the flip side, you are allowed to leave if something makes you uncomfortable, and I can totally understand why it would. You are valid. I think it's worth asking yourself why you feel uncomfortable with this. Are you afraid she is going to have sex again with these friends? Are you concerned you're not her priority? Also worth just taking to her about this and expressing your concerns. Maybe she can alleviate those concerns. Otherwise, if you absolutely can't get over it, you might want to consider cutting things off. Your feelings are 100% valid. I just want to say that I have friends I've slept with. That doesn't make them any less my friend. We still share ups and downs. If I get stranded, I can call, etc. As a matter of fact, these days I wouldn't really want to share my body with someone I couldn't count on down the line. You have every right to be uncomfortable. Just know your jealousy, possessiveness might prevent you from keeping an open mind. People are people. 2 people together are partners, not possessions that belong to one another.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.